Are you new to City Heroes or a returning veteran and wanting to know more about the Sentinel archetype? I'm Controlled Chaos, and this video we are going to cover just that. The Sentinel you consider to be something more along the lines of the regular class as being a battle mage. And the reason why I state this is their primary power set is a blaster power set. Their secondary power set is a scrapper style power set. So you get ranged attacks and you get defenses and buffs that are personal to you. Now there's something special about Sentinels. Sentinels have a unique ability that every so often will trigger when attacking, and this ability will allow you to choose between doing more damage or having your attacks heal you. That's the original design to the Sentinels, as this archetype was being worked on by Paragon Studios before the servers shut down. And this is a really cool ability, and you can find the Sentinels on a lot of servers. You can find them on Purgatory, you can find them on Freedom and Homecoming and New Dawn, or what is also known as We Have Cake. However, there is a stipulation here. If you go to Homecoming to play the Sentinel, it's going to play a bit different. And the reason being is they have made changes to how the Sentinel works. These are as follows. The Sentinel now does 15% more damage. It now has a resist to hit and perception debuffs. It also has changed its ability to where instead of having, when you attack, having those choices of doing more damage or healing, instead you have an ability called Opportunity that slowly charges up and then you can use. And the Opportunity is to debuff a single target to do a lot more damage and side effects to it, which means everyone attacking your target that you put Opportunity on will have their abilities affect them more. So this is more of a group play change than a regular change, and I think that this is very interesting what Homecoming did. Because Homecoming is the most populated private server, this change was in a way smart for them to do, because a lot of people aren't big on the Sentinels, and this makes it so that Sentinels are wanted in groups. This makes it so that when you see a Sentinel, you're like, yes, we want them to use Opportunity. We want to be able to do more damage, to root more, to slow more, and things like that. And that matters. But don't leave out the other servers that have the Sentinel, the original design it was made. That extra damage helps out, and that one a bit of the secondary where you hit it and you do damage and you heal yourself is really good too, and helpful to groups. And the reason being is the healer will thank you for being able to manage your own health, and that's really good, because when you're full health you can then hit that first one which does more damage and just heavy hit targets, and that's great. But you're getting low on health and you're waiting for your heals to repop in your secondary, you have that ability to use the special ability to heal yourself as you attack, and that's really awesome. Also, I really like that. That's a good way to do it. Now, if we want to talk about how to deal with enhancements on a Sentinel, you want to look at in the way of, you want accuracy, you want damage, and then secondary effects for your primaries. However, you can play around with that bit and not do as much accuracies and do more damage, or do more accuracies and less damage. That way you're always hitting, but you're hitting for less. Or you are barely hitting, but when you hit with a punch. And then your secondaries, if you're doing like ice, it can add slows to it. If you're doing dark, it could add a debuff to hit and things like that. Now for your secondaries, this varies up. I say you definitely, for the defensive abilities, you want to add resist damage or a defense buff. you want to slot those up as full as you can. If they are a toggle, make sure that you have endurance reductions on them. Definitely. For your heals, I recommend that you slot it up as much as you can with heals. Go as high as you can, which I recommend of 3. Going beyond 3, you get reduced returns, but then you can slot up to 6 and do 3 of those as the heal and another 3 as reduced recharge time. Would be really good because it allows you to get that heal off more often. It makes you more tankier even though you don't have as many buffs, and that's really good. But the other great thing is some of these have reses. You have your fire, which has a res in it. You have your resurrection, which has a res in it. You have the dark miasma, which has a res in it. Of course, dark miasma works differently because you have to have a target to steal the life from, which in a way is good because you're not having to run away a distance to do what you need to do. You'll literally target them, res, take down that opponent if you socket it right, and then manage taking out the others. So that's really cool, and it's a very fun class. I actually like playing the Sentinel. It is a very tanky blaster. It's got the background of both. You're not able to do as much damage as a blaster, but you're not also as weak as a blaster. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the Sentinel? If you have played on one of the servers that has them, what are your thoughts? I find them situational. I find them depending on what I'm wanting to do. If I have a character design that's going to use opportunity from Homecoming instead of the regular stuff, I'll make my Sentinel on Homecoming. However, if I have a character design where I want to do that extra damage or that heal from every hit that I do, then I'll play on like Freedom, Purgatory, or New Dawn, depending on what costume pieces I want, what look I want to have, or who I'm wanting to hang out with that character. It varies up. But I hope you found this helpful. If you did, hit that like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed, and have a great day.